Grand Rising to the collective, man. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate all y'all who been tapping in, running up and 7-up. And if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified. Man, it's an early one. It's like 6 a.m., bro. Like, yeah. And I'm up grinding for y'all. We moving, so I'm packing. I'm trying to get all these videos out in advance for y'all so we don't miss no steps. But I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get right into the video, bro.
Asian Americans were redlined from opening businesses in white neighborhoods because white people didn't want Asian Americans operating in their neighborhoods and didn't want Asian Americans profiting off of white people.
Oh yeah, this is really important.
But because the positionality of Asian Americans is weaponized to oppress black people, Asian Americans were being given loans to open businesses in black communities, even though black people were not able to receive loans to open businesses in their own communities.
Say what?
And as I've said before, as a result of this, black wealth is essentially paid out twice when it goes to Asian American businesses, even though black people were not able to receive loans to open businesses in their own communities.
So everybody robbing us.
Black wealth is essentially paid out twice when it goes to Asian American businesses. Once when the individual pays for the goods or services, and then again when the Asian American business owner removes the profit from.
But I think the aliens are in the water. I don't think they're in the sky.
Oh man, there was a movie like that.
Yes, because I remember this older, really old lady a long time ago. She said that she had a shotgun, and one day she heard some weird noise, and she was about to go to the door. She went to the door. She didn't see anything. She went back. She heard that noise again, and she tried to get her husband up, but he didn't get up. And so then she walked out there to her front porch and with her shotgun, and she saw a dead alien. Now what she described it as is a big green monster laid out in her backyard, right?
Or
So then, I don't know if the spaceship got, like, the thing that they came from got, like, it crashed. I don't know what happened. But she finally got the husband to get up because it came back the next day. It happened again. Oh, I'm telling the story wrong. That's what happened. She killed it. She shot it. And then the family came back and got it the next day. Yes, the story is coming to me. So this is what happened. She heard the noise. She went out there. She saw the big green monster, whatever it was. She shot him with the shotgun. She went back to bed. She tried to tell her husband about it. He wouldn't get up. The next day, she heard noise, but she knew what had just happened the night before, so she told the husband to get up this time. When they went out there, I swear to you, the lady said that she seen something open up. Another monster got out. They all looked at her and her husband. They did not harm them. They picked up whatever they came and got, the thing that she killed, and they went back on the thing and they went in the water.
oh goddamn.
So that has stuck with me. And this was like an old lady that I met a long time ago. She told me about this story.
Man, we've been watching these videos lately where the UFOs, they've been saying be going under the water, and I've heard that. I would say maybe like 6 months now been open to that idea, because before that I was thinking they was coming from, because that's when I was thinking our world was a globe, and we was actually on a globe, there was space and all this and that. But now it's flat. I think there's levels to it, and then I think they transfer through the water, hit different areas that they're trying to get to, and I think they can go through portals and things like that in the middle of nowhere. As we saw, things open up and they just go through and dip out. But I don't think she's lying. I think she's telling the truth. But with the first clip, I always thought it was kind of wild that beauty supplies in the hood was owned by Asians and things like that. You know, those ethnicities. But man, redlining, if y'all know what redlining is, man, I study real estate. Like, yeah, so if y'all know what redlining is, bro, that should be, man, that's crazy. It's already illegal, but we know they be doing their little tricks under the table. That's crazy. Like, bro, I never understood that. Even with like the women who go get their nails done, or the lashes, or the eyebrows, or stuff like that, it's always in the Asian like salons. But it's in the hood though. Like, we can't touch no money. Liquid currency, I'm telling you, we need to fix it.
This will be the last war on this planet. After this, we will all be free again. So above, so below. If there's a war up in heaven, then there's a war on this planet right now. Let me be an echo of what we once was. We was free before certain aliens came here and took us over. These aliens came from the Draco or the Draconian system. Once the Dracos came here, another group of beings from Orion actually went to war with them. So this war that's happening right now is a war between the Dracos and the Orions. This war is about stargates because there are certain aliens that's coming back trying to help us, and they are trying to close these stargates, but they're trying to open their own stargates. These stargates are really portals for higher dimensional beings and lower dimensional beings. We want the higher ones to come in, and they want the lower ones to come in. The war is all about stargates. Our ancestors or higher vibrational beings, they use birds as messengers. How many people seen a crow get rid of Israel flag? Or how about when the Pope releases white doves and the black crow actually attacked them? They made us fear black cats and black birds, but black crows are really messengers. They are the eyes of our ancestors. Our DNA is data and information about where we come from, what we gotta do, how do we contact with higher beings. That's why they attacking our DNA every chance they get with their medicines. These Dracos mess with our DNA so much that we don't even realize there is a war going on trying to free us. And we think it's all a game. People want to be NPCs when there's a real cosmic war going on. Satan is the architect of this matrix that we live in. If you really want to know what's really going on, you got to understand how to use certain words and change it around so we will never understand what it is. This is Satan, Santa Claus. Satan is really Santa once you rearrange the words. So when you hear the word Santa Claus, they are saying Satan Claus. Do you know a clause is a contract? It's not Santa Claus, it's Satan Claus. Contract of clauses. So many people sign contracts to the devil and they don't even realize it. And they say Satan Claus comes from the North Pole. Why is this important to know? North Pole is where Santa or Satan Claus come from, and South Pole is where Antarctica is. Why do you think they don't want us to go to Antarctica? It's because it's free there. If you want to know more about the spiritual prison and how to break free, my ebook is in my bio. Check it out, Shadows of the Matrix.
Okay, yesterday I was sitting in the car. I'm waiting to go into work, right? There's like a picnic table behind me, and a fence divides me and that picnic table. I'm backed in. I'm chilling, waiting for work. A black crow just lands on the fence right behind me. Shook me. It's a big one though. But my spirit animal is a hawk. I see him all the time. I dream him. I get indication and I get confirmation all the time of that. But the black crow shook me because I always have known bad things about black crows, not black cats. I got past that. I did my research on that. The black crow threw me off. Drop in the comments if y'all got any ideas of what that possibly could mean. It shook me though. He sit there for a minute. He got on top of the car and then he flew off. And he went back to the picnic table and then he flew off. Wild to me. But I do have a question. What is the star constellation? It looked like a pan. To me it looks like a pan. I always see it. It looks like you grab the handle and it looks like a pan. What constellation is that? I see other ones too, but that's the main constellation I see. Can y'all please let me know? Spam it up in the comments. Please. I need to know.
What if I told you this TV show is using black magic and we all are under a spell right now? Would you believe it? The writers of this TV show don't predict nothing. They can't see into the future, but we can. So they use us to make it manifest. If you understand what was happening in 2023, you will be able to see what's going to happen in 2024. It's all about magic. In 2023, they had a new king of England. Mexico released all kind of aliens. We had people that's vanishing out of nowhere. They said September 23 would be the end of the world. October 4th, they sent a national alert out to everyone's phone in America. People are now eating lab-grown meat. They still eat it, and they know it's still lab-grown. People in Peru had aliens attack them. Woke people are waiting for the Anunnaki to come back and save them. We had a blue supermoon that we might not ever see again. After the blue supermoon, we had a harvest moon. We about to have a solar eclipse. All these events I just named in 2023, this cartoon predicted. No, they didn't predict. They made us predict it. When people say, I'm woke, and they say, you're asleep, all they really saying is you are under a deep spell. Every time you spell your name, you are under a spell. Every time you write your name in cursive, you are putting a curse on yourself. Everything in this language is dealing with curses and spells to trap your energy. If you want to know what's going to happen next, it's the same shit that happened before. They even said it was demonic to use magic spells. Wait, so they can use magic spells on us, and it's okay. But if we use it, it's demonic. Please make it make sense. In order to protect your energy, to stop making things manifest, you can't let them get the best of you. But when something takes place in the world and you speak about it, you are actually changing different realities. We create with our mind. We have energy fields, aura fields, chakras, or even a Merkaba that surround our bodies to actually protect us. But if you have a weak aura field, nothing can protect you. If you have no protection, they can put seeds in your mind and create their TV show realities. They're not predicting nothing. We do it every time we watch it. And they use our avatars or our physical bodies like they are avatars. Every time they put something out there in the world, they are literally poking us. And we create it.
I told y'all nothing is something. Something came out of nothing. We are the ether. Listen.
About the universe and space that we have ever known in the history of mankind right fucking now. And some of the shit they done found out, they don't know how to fucking tell you. Because they don't know how the fuck you might react to some of the shit that they done found out. So they found out that in the universe, all of the galaxies, all of the moons, all of the suns.
I talk about this in my life all the time.
Everything we can see with our eyes, they found out that that is 5% of the universe. The fuck? That means we know 5% of what the fuck is happening. They don't want to say what the other 95% is.
DMT showed me the other another
They
five.
don't want to say it's God. They don't want to say it's a nigga God. So they called it dark matter. That's what it is. 95% dark matter. They done found out some shit they don't want to tell you. Thanks to James Webb Telescope, we can see all the way back to where the Big Bang was supposed to be. And guess what? I don't want to be a spoiler alert, but it wasn't no bang, bitch. And it wasn't motherfucking big. So back to the old drawing board. And they found out there's no dead particles nowhere in the universe. There's none. No dead particles. So that means when your ass leave here, bitch, you go somewhere else. We don't know where the fuck it is. I'm just here to let you know that no matter how your life is going right now, please understand that this is the greatest time to be alive for any human beings that have ever been on this planet right now, and you're involved.
Human
Greatest
experience.
time to be alive. You're the first people that don't have to take no shit. If you don't like something, you can motherfucking fix it. You ain't got to take nobody's shit. Even if you don't like the way God made you, you can switch it up.
It's safe.
Hey yo, I just want to say, I think Cat Williams is doing what a lot of rappers should do, in my opinion. Remember when he used to be busting jokes and it was nothing but just comedy, but like on a lower vibrational level, where he was making more people laugh? Now he say more real things, but put little jokes in there. Like he says it in a funny way, but he's still giving you some comedy, but he more so dropping gems in there as he's making you laugh. Rappers now vibrate too low when they rapping. There's sometimes they might drop gems. There's a few who drop a little bit more gems than others. But we ain't at the level where they back to where it's dropping gems and it's good soulful music and it makes you feel good. It makes you want to do good. Like, now we got that type of vibe where, yeah, it's drill music. We on a mission. We trying to catch a stang. Like, that's how we moving. We hitting licks. We need a female. We trying to get this off. We trying to go blow and we trying to go smoke. We trying to go do that. We trying. It's all that, you know. But yeah, shout out to Cat Williams, man. Legend. Go.
That when they tested the orangutan, they found out he only had 3 DNA series. When they tested the gorilla, they found that the gorilla has 4 DNA series. So he's a little smarter than the orangutan. They tested the chimpanzee, which is an ape, and found that he had 5 DNA series. Then they went all into the different races of the world. They went into Europe and tested the DNA series of the English, the French, the German, the Spanish, the Russians, and found they had 6 DNA series. Then they put all of this, what they found from around the world, on a map. It's called the intelligence map of the world, because they tested 116 different human groups and found their DNA series numbers. All of them, all over the world, have 6. And they showed that the English have only 6, and it's all into Europe, only 6. Went over into Japan and China, and they only have 6. Over into America, which is predominantly European, and they only have 6. Then they came to Africa. But when they came to Africa, found out that the African people have 9.
Of course.
9 DNA series. From here, just below the Shanghai Empire, down to the foot of Africa. All those 10 nations, of which African Americans descended from one of them. We have 9 DNA series. The greatest possibility of genius in that group. Now, it's answered this age-old question: how can a people survive being told they're nothing for 400 years, never allowed to learn that they came from beautiful cities, and told they came from a jungle? How could a people survive? How can a people become champions in everything they touch? Because they have 9 DNA series, while the rest of the world has only 6.
I say, look, I'm not religious, man, but one of the stories out of the Bible, one of the most famous stories is what? It's Adam and Eve. What did Eve bite? The apple. She bit the apple. Look at the logo on your fucking phones. It's a big apple. So therefore, everybody biting that bitch right now.
You know what I said on the rhyme? I said, most people hold on their phones, 2 hands holding your phone, it's like you pray to it.
Yeah.
Think about it, like that's what you're actually doing. You're actually sitting there and praying to this device.
It's a cell phone, baby. It's a cell phone for a reason. You're prisoner to the phone. You're in a cell.
You know why it's worse than dope? Because at some point on dope or on any other substance abuse, you actually realize that you're hitting rock bottom. You will never realize you're hitting rock bottom.
But they said in Social Dilemma, he has a great line that says, how are you going to know the Matrix if you don't know you're in the Matrix?
Not the other great line.
The users.
The users.
Say it.
No, he said only 2 industries that call their customers users is software companies and drug dealers.
Illegal drugs. We live in a world of criticizing thinkers. I come from a world of being a critical thinker. I like to listen. I like to look at shit, break it down, and then so when someone get to talking shit, you go, okay, that's cool. I appreciate that, and I acknowledge your opinion, but what about this?
I know y'all about to go crazy over the Apple term. And I don't think they literally, well, he said it was in the Bible. When my uncle gave me that story, when I was like 18 or something, he didn't say that the Bible said it was an apple. He just said, well, the fruit it said forbidden fruit. Well, on the back of your iPhone, it's a fruit that's bitten. Like, and he was like, just think about it. What if that was the case? He wasn't saying it like as if it was like it was called an apple in the Bible. He was just giving just basic, like a basic idea, basic question. It was nothing too deep. He wasn't trying to disrespect. Because I know y'all came from me when I gave y'all that story before. But he said what y'all was mad at, he just said that. But I didn't think about the praying to the phone thing. And I didn't think about the cell, a prisoner to the phone. I didn't think of that. And they was going deep with it. But yeah, hey. Shout out to Pitbull. I ain't heard about him in a minute. But Drink Champs, I watch them all the time, man. I love that. I love what they doing. There's
a whole super Dolphins, and there's a whole other one. This is, they're all coming together. Look at this.
Damn.
Look at them jumping and just... Never in my whole life. Never ever in my entire life did I ever think that I'd see something like this. He's there.
Yeah, he's there. Hey, everywhere.
Water is in the cosmos. Space is water. Alright? Water is space. It's the same thing. So the ocean will be like a quick route. So, like, okay, if you're on this planet Kai right now, say you wanted to go, like, this is how we used to use the ocean back in the day before they invaded us. So you can know what the ocean was really for. Other than not just drinking, right? It worked as a particle generator and an antimatter machine too, which it still works this way. This is why they don't want us in the fucking oceans, and we've never been in the ocean. No, we haven't. Your ass ain't in the ocean no day in your life about to roll the yacht. That's the most ocean you can do. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never in no scuba diving all over the ocean. You don't know what's going on under there. But I'm telling you, so basically you can hop in the ocean and go from the 999 galaxy and be in the 10th galaxy like that. You can't even put it up.
I ain't never in my life seen that many dolphins and that many orcas together for one, but all going the same way. Like, animals, them two specific are intelligent, but they saying something, bro. They warning us about something. There's something that they feel energy wise that we may be feeling, but the rest of a lot of other people may not be feeling that. But yeah, they letting us know something. Something, man. And free Rashad Jamal again.
Yo, this video is meant to be controversial, and it is meant to wake you up if you are one of those that believe that some man named Jesus walked on water. It is time to wake up. This is what the Bible meant when Jesus walked on water. It's a parable, y'all. You need to wake up. Stop believing in that Santa Claus story. The Bible is not what you think it is. But peep this logic from a pastor.
People say, well, don't you believe Jesus walked on the water? What good is that going to do you? I mean, what's that going to do for you next week when they're coming to repossess your car? What good is that going to do you when the doctor's going to come out and tell you whether the biopsy is benign or malignant? What good is it going to do you? But if you understand about Jesus walking on the water, it'll make your life revolutionary, because that is not written in the Bible to be some kind of a mythological story that happened 2,000 years ago. It's supposed to be something that happens to you today. So let's look at the hidden meanings of that story of Jesus walking on the water. The first thing that you'll find out in Matthew 14:22 is he got his disciples into the ship and sent them to wait for him on the other side while he sent the multitude away. Very, very, very important point right there, okay? The disciples are those people spiritually who are into meditation. Those people he sends to the other side to wait for him. That means the other side of consciousness, the higher realm of consciousness, is where you wait in meditation for Christ to come. That's what this means. The multitudes are sent away because the multitudes are the religious people. They don't believe in meditation. They don't believe in obeying Jesus Christ when he said the kingdom of God is within you. They don't believe in obeying Jesus Christ when he says if your eye be single, your body will fill with light. They don't believe in Jesus Christ when he says you take away the key because you don't enter within yourself. In fact, the religious people, the born-agains all over the place will teach just the opposite to that, and they'll say that's evil. And the Bible says about them, they call evil good and good evil. So Jesus sends his disciples to the other side to wait for him. He sends the multitudes away. That's really an important point in the beginning of this story. Because if you're not going to enter within, and if you're not going to obey Jesus Christ, you're not his disciple. And that's what he'll say, you call me Lord, Lord, Lord. Well, why do you call me Lord if you don't do what I tell you to do?
Facts.
And what he's told you to do is enter within yourself into meditation, take no thought, and enter into the higher upper room, where then he can drive the money changers out of your temple. That's what that whole story is. The Bible is written from an Eastern mentality of parable. It says Jesus never spoke, never taught, but in a parable.
Big facts.
See? Even the stories of the Old Testament. Do you believe the story of Abraham and Sarah, whether Sarah had a baby when she was 100 years old or whatever? Do you believe that literally? The Apostle Paul says you shouldn't, because in Galatians 4:24, the Apostle Paul says that story is an allegory. Look it up for yourself. The Apostle Paul says, talking of Abraham and Sarah, and that he says, which things are an allegory? That means it's a spiritual story with a hidden meaning to it. It's like mythology. But that should make you more excited, because you don't have to dwell on whether you believe something happened 5,000 years ago. You look for what it means to you today in 1989.
Facts. Facts.
Church, priests, evangelists, elders,
listen to this.
They persuaded the multitude, didn't they? It says in Matthew 27:2 that the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitudes to save Barabbas and kill Jesus. The chief priests and elders, they persuade the multitude. Jesus Christ can't talk to the multitude. He can't talk to a church. He talks to you. The only way God can talk is to you as an individual. He can't talk to a group. He can only tell you and direct you, go within. See, the Bible is simply God's finger pointing at the mysterious, but we're like a little bunch of dogs and cats. Did you ever tell your dog, it's over there, go over there? And what do your dog do? He'll stare at your hand, he'll stare at your finger. That's what we do. The Bible tells us, go within. Separate from thought. Go to the higher kingdom. Go to the higher consciousness. It's pointing to the higher consciousness, but instead of us looking at the higher consciousness, we stare at God's finger. We stare at the Bible and keep reading it and reading it and reading it, and still are no further after reading it for 30 years than we were when we started. We're still reading old stories about things that are supposed to have happened thousands of years ago that we don't know whether they happened or not, but we're hoping that after we die, we'll find out. What do you mean after you die, you'll find out? Find out now while you're alive. The whole purpose has been misconstrued by born-again Christians who say you're supposed to accept Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior so that when you die, you'll go to heaven. Baloney. You're supposed to accept Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior so that you can die now to the flesh, rise to the higher consciousness, and go to heaven while you're here.
Facts.
While you're alive, because heaven is a state of consciousness.
Ain't no such thing as
everybody on this planet went to heaven today, within 6 months we turned it into hell. They'd be selling the streets of gold. You know that as well as I do. It's consciousness. There must be a changing of the mind. In Jeremiah 12:10, have you ever looked at that? Let me lean over here. Have you ever opened the Bible to Jeremiah 12:10? Jesus talks of the higher consciousness as a vineyard, and he tells you to be very careful about what grows in the vineyard. He's talking about your mind. Well, it's the beautiful place of God, which is called the pleasant portion, which is the right hemisphere of the brain. That's the part which is neglected by us. That's the part where we don't even know exists. See, we don't bother with it. But look what it says in Jeremiah 12:10. It says, many pastors, P-A-S-T-O-R-S, have destroyed my vineyard. God's vineyard is the right hemisphere of the brain. It's accessible through the activation of the pineal gland of the brain. And if you look in Webster's dictionary, you know what it says to you? The pineal is a vestige. It's something that once was used by people, but no longer is because of lack of use. The single eye, of which Jesus said, if your eye be single, your body will fill with light. It's no longer used because of lack of use. It's atrophy. They've destroyed it because they taught people for thousands of years. Don't do that. It's evil. Because why? If you find out that God is in you, what do you need them for?
Exactly.
So on his screen it says stop reading the Bible or whatever, right? Rule number 1, when you trying to get somebody to stop doing it, the last thing you want to tell them is stop. You want to ask them questions to make them question what they're doing. And 2, when people sleep and they're in the matrix, you don't really want to wake them up. You're going to waste your time. That's not for us to force somebody to wake up. You put the truth out there and those who are ready will gravitate to it. So how he's coming, I understand what he's saying. But I got people who may not be that, like family members, who may not be that much open to receiving that. They still believe too much into the religion. So, yeah. Like, and nothing's wrong with that. Everybody has their own rules, set of principles they live by, religions they live by, and I'm respectful to that. So that's why I'm saying how he coming, some of the things he's saying, how he's saying it, some of the things he's saying, I can understand. But how he's saying it, I can also see another side of a lot of other people who would be like, instantly shut off to that. Just because of how he's saying it, you know? But I also want to go ahead and say that last clip, man. That last clip. When they talk about the earth being flat or if it's a globe, the reason why I like to talk about that is because if I believe that it's flat and you believe it's a globe, in this society is so many lies. So with you pressing the fact that you think it's a globe and me pressing I think it's flat, one day one of us is going to be right. And that's perfectly fine. We would know the truth. That's the whole point. We can get to the truth. So we can have a conversation of what we believe. And everybody can kind of just throw their things out there. One day we're going to find out the truth. Rather than letting them tell us the truth. That's the whole point. So that's why when people be saying, why is it so important? That's why it's so important. Because you're going to push for you on what you believe. And I'm going to push for what I believe. One day, the truth going to come out. And whoever's right, that's perfectly fine. The whole point was the truth came out. Let's get to that type of thinking.
Let's find out if the CIA killed me.
Special cut on the album. What's the special cut? They got 2. Oh yeah, they got 2 special cuts on the album.
Let's find out if the CIA killed me.
Man, I've seen that clip so many times.
If you're born in 1993, 1981, 2005, not the right year to start a family, is it?
No.
Not the right year to get engaged, is it?
No.
Not the best year to have a baby, is it?
No, it isn't.
The fact of the matter is, if you want to basically think this is all fun and games, and you know, this guy's a moron, what's that old saying? Fuck around and find out. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna make the biggest mistake of your life. If you come across this information and refuse to accept it, you're just sticking your own grave.
I'm born in 93. Straight up.
2025. Not only America, but the entire planet.
Yo, check this shit out.
Under the protection and the dominion of this
beyond this movie came out. Look at this shit. Listen.
You have given us entree to the resources we need in our ongoing quest for multidimensional expansion. And in return, the per capita income of each of you here tonight has grown, in this year alone, by an average 39%. And I've just received word that our forces have won a major victory. The underground terrorist network has been destroyed here on the West Coast. We are all crisis alert. The situation is normal again.
Truth do be in movies.
Well, LeBron the devil, boy. That boy the real life devil, boy. Niggas don't know he with the bootleg. I got a whole video coming up on LeBron. Check his chest tattoo. That's all you need to see. That's another video. But he comes up today because he plays a major role. It started with Jordan. It all started with Michael Jordan, y'all. Michael Jordan came to the NBA in '84. He was a regular person and they couldn't do nothing with him. He tapped into this guy D8. He was out there fucking the robots up. He wasn't supposed to do none of what he did. Why do you think at night, like when he won, like for example, like everything Jordan was doing, he wasn't supposed to do. People didn't know because people was so far behind. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have a clue what was going on. You thinking them regular niggas out there, Magic Johnson, underneath them niggas, regular niggas. Hell no, niggas robots, and it was already staged, and it was about money. He out there busting them niggas' ass. He gave Larry Bird motherfucking 63 at the court, and nigga, they was like, hold on. Larry Bird was like, hold on, nigga, that's, you know what I'm saying? Larry Bird a mock robot. Sent that, hey, hold on. How the fuck he doing this? Because if you know anything about Jordan, when he came out of college, he wasn't like the man. Yeah, he went number 3, but nigga, he wasn't the man. He wasn't better than Sam Bowie. He wasn't better than motherfucking James Worthy, considered better than them niggas. Kenny Zephyr, no, he wasn't. You gotta go do the story, to read George's story again, nigga. He worked hard every year, got better and better and better and better and better and better. His work ethic, and then he's playing against fucking robots. He a regular person playing against robots, busting their ass. When he won the championships in the 90s, he was not supposed to win them. That's why they killed this dead. He wasn't supposed to win against the Pistons. He wasn't supposed to short Magic Johnson in '91. Magic's supposed to win that title. Mike went there and stole that bitch against robots, man. That's how athletic he is. So they made Mike pay for it by killing his daddy. That shit Mike the fuck up. After that, Mike fell back. They hit him with the gambling. Now, first they hit Mike with the gambling media hoax. Made it sound like he got caught up in gambling. Then they hit him when he killed his dad. Then they made his ass play baseball for 2 years. Nigga, you think he wanted to play baseball? Nigga, they made him do that, nigga.
Minor
Mike
league.
Shut the fuck up, Mike. Mike been quiet since. Why you think you'll see Jordan in public like that? And then the only next 2 players that came that was real people after Jordan was Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant. Alright? Now, that's why when Kobe Bryant died, Jordan was crying like that. Nobody asked like, damn, why is Jordan crying so hard? He Kobe, but damn, Mike. Nobody put 2 and 2 together. Alright? Now, the next person that was a real person was Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was the last real motherfucker to come in the well, Derrick Rose, Kyrie, and Durant. Alright? Now what they doing to Kyrie, MK Ultra, and Durant, they taking him through the same ritual they took Derrick Rose through right now. Jordan was the first real person, then Iverson and Kobe, they came out in '96, then Derrick Rose, then Kyrie, then Durant. Facts. Now, everybody else, robots right now in the game. If I ain't say their name, they robots. They Mach 5s, Mach 3s, Mach 4s, or they flat out synthetic clones, still robots, because all the athletes have a robotic mechanism to them that makes them more appear athletic so they can flow up and down, move up and down, simulate what we naturally can do anyway. You know what I'm saying? So this is why it seems unbelievable to you, because you go and play basketball every day. You feel me? You play basketball every day. You see niggas that can dunk. You know niggas that can shoot and cross. So you like, hold on, that gotta be real. No, them robots simulate what we can naturally do. Why do you think there's so many good players that never made it to the NBA? You know people I know they got a game and never made it, got to the NBA, they get a college scholarship in every neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with your talent. It was all about who's willing to sacrifice. Alright?
Hey yo, I'ma just go ahead and say, every name he did name, is like my GOATs, except for KD. I respect KD. I know he got game, but he's not something that's just my favorite. But every name besides Bron, I only like Bron because he with my team. Other than that, like, I didn't really like Bron. But the crazy thing is just he named all my favorite top players. But I'm starting to question, like, what if I actually like those players because, like, I didn't know that they were real? But I mean, he could be off too. He could be lying, but I don't know. But yeah, there is so many ballers, bro, that just didn't make it for whatever reason, but was raw. I met a dude, like, I used to play. I of course I earned a scholarship, but it didn't go no further. A lot of other reasons. But I knew a dude who can ball. Didn't even get to the league. Got game though. And his teammate is in the league. That's the crazy part. And the teammate wasn't that good. But the teammate good in the league. So how good would the dude that I had known been? I'm not even gonna drop his name because I know he going through it. So yeah.
So we've all been told there's no land at the North Pole. But if we look at a live wind finder view, we can see in the center of the Earth there is something large diverting the wind. What is this, you may ask? Well, I'm about to show you. Just go ahead and type in on Google, old map of the North Pole. And all these old maps will come up from the 1500s. And here's what they look like. Look right here, made in 1595. Earth map North Pole. And if we look in the center of the map here, we have what is called the Rupus Nigra. Rupus Nigra was believed to be a huge magnetic rock located at the North Pole. This is why all the compasses point north. The Rupus Nigra was 33 miles in size, which is literally bigger than most cities, which is why it's able to block the wind like this at the North Pole. And what does Rupus Nigra mean? It means black rock. Who's the largest investment company in the world, owning $10 trillion in assets? Oh yeah, it's BlackRock. Where do you think they got their name from? Look at all the companies they own. It's funny how all the early NASA Satelloon footage looks like this, with some big black hole in the center. Nothing to see here, guys. If you guys didn't know, this is literally the mountain that's spoken about all throughout the Bible. This is Mount Zion, which is located directly above the Garden of Eden, which is why you see these 4 rivers coming out of it. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and became into 4 heads. If we look in the book of Ezekiel, thou hast been in the Garden of Eden. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of God. So we know the holy mountain of God is located in the Garden of Eden. The Rupus Nigra is the holy mountain of God. Look what it says here, beautiful in elevation, which means it's very high. The joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion in the far north. Which is why you can literally see the very top of it poking out through the clouds. No other mountain in the world does this. God's word is true, once again. If this gets 100k likes, I'll go into depth in another part where we talk about what it's like there, from people who have visited there themselves. God bless you guys, don't forget to like and follow, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Air Force are
fucking listen
to overcome recruiting shortfalls. They've ramped up their marketing, including on social media, to entice legal immigrants to enlist. They're also using recruiters with similar backgrounds to appeal to potential recruits. But the biggest draw is the promise of a fast track to citizenship, plus jobs and education benefits. Both the Army and the Air Force have said they will not meet their recruiting goals this year.
So was this the plan all along? I'm just saying. Was this the plan all along? On why they let all these fighting age men, immigrants, come over here in America? Because we know nothing ever happens just for no reason, you know. Now they're starting to recruit the immigrants into the Navy and the fucking Army. Y'all just heard that shit. Now that makes sense. I'm just saying that is the most logical reason, me personally, the most logical reason that I could think of on why out of all these years we just now, out of all the time, hey, yeah, let's let all these immigrants come over here, we gonna feed them, and we already know that Big Brother don't do nothing for free. Yeah, everything comes with a cost. Join the Army and the Navy. Hoorah! Let me know how y'all feel about the migrants joining the Army in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom, and stay tuned.
How you feel about them letting immigrants join the military? How y'all feel? And also, do y'all think that the North Pole is where they talking about the Garden of Eden is at? Spam it up in the comments, man.
Oprah and The Rock have the children in the
But it's a tough one for me because there's children involved. So, I'm gonna need y'all to download this video as soon as y'all get it because y'all know how they do with my videos. But I need y'all to understand what I'm telling y'all, okay? Overstand. Check this out. This is about the missing children in Maui. The elite, they talking symbolism. How we talking words back and forth. They don't like to get trapped up in things, so they talk with symbolism. So, a lot of us, when we see images like Oprah and Dwayne Johnson, the elite see opera, rock. Do y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? Opera. This is the queen of the show they put on. Do y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? Her name literally stands for the one who turned her back on her people. That's what opera means. That's what it stands for. Opera went free. That's what her name says. The one who turned her back when she was free. That ought to let y'all know enough right there. Dwayne Johnson is a.k.a. The Rock. What are the elite seeing? Y'all see a donation fund going up where she's like, oh, we're taking in donations to help the people of Maui. Let me break this down to y'all on how this works. They want us to think they're running a donation, but listen, they make too much money to even be asking for a donation, so it's all a smoke screen. What they are really doing is sending a signal to those P's of the world to let them know we have product. Y'all understand what I'm telling y'all about the missing children? They are letting the other elites know we have a product. If y'all want to invest in this product, contact us at this. I'm gonna give y'all some more breakdown into this. There's a reason you see Oprah, the one who turned her back, went free, and The Rock. The Rock is a symbol of a place where this product, the children, are located. Listen close. About a year ago, they found underground tunnels in Maui, 300 feet down. Don't take my word for it. Go research it. They found tunnels all throughout Maui that were 300 feet under the ground. Now listen to me closely. Maui, those islands are fully surrounded by water. 300 feet will get you out into the ocean, but 300 feet will not get you across the ocean. So that tells you that these tunnels begin on the island and end somewhere on the island. You understand what I'm telling y'all? On this island, there's a big rock there. You see where I'm going? Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. On this island, there's a big rock there. Where could all these missing children go to? Y'all get where I'm going? There's a mountain range in Maui. A big rock. Guess who so happens to own almost 870 acres of land around that big rock? Yes, Oprah, the one who turned her back, went free. Do y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? Y'all don't believe me? I'm gonna show y'all what I saw in the spirit. Y'all can look it up. I ain't even got to go look it up. Y'all go check out the elementary school. Go check out some of the churches. Go check out some of the uniforms they wore. The majority of them were, guess what color? Blue. Dark blue, and specifically the shade of blue that we saw on the umbrellas that didn't get damaged. Now y'all putting the pieces together. You got a 300-foot underground tunnel throughout Maui. have the opera, the one who turned her back when she was free. You have Dwayne, whose name means the wagon maker, who's also called the Rock. You have an underground tunnel 300 feet down. You have a man named the wagon maker, what is used to move children underground. Yeah, y'all starting to understand. What does Oprah own land around? The Rock, who so happened to be the same person who played in the movie about Maui.
Oh, he
Are you
did.
understanding what I'm telling y'all? This is a rabbit hole that I normally don't go down, but I need to for the children. To my people in Hawaii, stop checking the debris, okay? It's been long enough. Anybody that is in the debris, I don't want to say it, but y'all understand where I'm going. We need to focus on the ones who were not in the debris. I need y'all to focus. There's a trend with Oprah, the one who turned her back when she was free. She bought up a bunch of land, 870 acres in Maui, right before the fire. She got a history of this. In 2017, she bought 70 acres of land in California. Guess when? Right after the wildfire. Then she turned around and bought more acres. Guess when? Right after a mudslide. These catastrophes and her land grabs are kind of going hand in hand. I need y'all to understand what I'm telling y'all. Everything got burned. People went missing. The children went missing. You can go right now onto one of these schools' pages and see, even in a lot of the churches, they were wearing this light blue color. You've seen it in a lot of the school programs. Y'all, to the people of Maui, if you're looking for your children, listen at me. If you are looking for your children, cut off your fear. I'm telling y'all, go to the mountain range. Y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? Everything we see her doing as far as funding is so laughable that everyone in the world knows, what would they need funding for? So now you have to sit back and ask yourself, what are they really doing? Because there's no way they think people would believe they need money. She's signaling to the elite that she has the product. Y'all understand? Y'all go look at the dress codes at Sacred Heart Elementary in Maui. Y'all go look at some of the clothes they're wearing on the Facebook pages. Y'all will start noticing that blue. Understand what I'm telling y'all? These tunnels do not go off of the island chain. Oprah owns 870 square miles around the mountain in Maui. Not just her, other celebrities. So ask yourself, are these celebrities coming to Maui to help people? Or are they coming to visit Oprah's property? Missing children. The celebrities are visiting Oprah's property. We all know how the celebrities are. We know how they get down. We know what they do. We know the rituals.
Is he reaching or is he telling the truth? Y'all think them tunnels is real? And is he telling the truth as far as telling people to go to the mountain ranges? What y'all think? Let me know. Is Oprah really, what is it, opera rock? Y'all, is he reaching? Or is he on point? Spam it up in the comments. Let me know something. I don't know if I believe that one.
Hold on. Stop scrolling. If you work in the medical field, or you are somebody who is a first responder, or someone who is just plain out blown away by the medical practices that have taken place in our country and around the world in the past few years, you're going to want to see this. I just happened to stumble across this, and it's going to blow your mind. I don't know if you guys noticed on the Baphomet, there's a rod going through the middle of two serpents intertwining. Stay following along. I know we're all familiar with this sign, and everyone who works in the medical field especially. Now, what is the resemblance that you might ask that it has to do with the picture that I just showed of the Baphomet? Well, I think it's real clear and very obvious. That same rod with those two serpents swirling in the middle. I wouldn't call it a coincidence. I know we are also familiar with this logo right here that is on the side of every first responder's vehicle. Well, let me take you on a little history lesson of the origins of where it comes from. It dates back to the times of Greek mythology and is also known as the rod of Asclepius. It is a serpent-entwined rod wielded by the Greek god Asclepius. Stay following along. Asclepius is a hero and god of medicine in ancient Greek religion and mythology. He is the son of Apollo and Coronis. Medicine and healing are associated with Apollo, whether through the god himself or mediated through his son Asclepius. Apollo delivered people from epidemics, yet he is also known as a god to bring ill health and deadly plagues with his arrows. Now, what caught my attention the most is Apollo and Apollyon. For those of you who know and read your Bibles, it derives from the Greek word apolumi, which means to destroy, die, lose, or perish. Let's see who Apollyon is according to the Strong's Dictionary. It also derives from the Greek word apoluon, which is also the destroyer. That is Satan. Never mind. You guys ain't following along.
Hey, you remember the rod with the two serpents? Remember when we was watching, it's one of these videos we was watching, and it was at, like, I think it was Queen Elizabeth, and they had those lights, and the lights was doing that, and y'all was like, the third strand represent, like, y'all know. But y'all remember that? I'm just saying, that's what I thought of when I saw but I knew it was on when I saw the rod with the two snakes, but I did know that it was on medical, on like ambulances and things like that. I did know that. I've seen that before, and that one kind of threw me for one. But that's kind of normal. But I didn't really realize it was on Baphomet. I didn't know that. Did not know that. That's wild.
They flipped alphanumerically. I just told you that everything in creation is math. The labiatum, the lips, are the creative instruments. So now, if you're going to take the creative language and the creative instruments and you start to speak English, here's what happens. And by the way, these revelations came out in 1998. With Healing Codes to the Biological Apocalypse, if you're just beginning in this kind of like initiation into reality, and to the truth that shall set you free, you might want to start with Healing Codes to the Biological Apocalypse and then graduate to where we now are, Love, the Real Da Vinci Code. So, Dr. Pineal, back in 1996, had a couple of visions. He saw numbers and letters on his windshield. And he learned that there's an alphanumeric for every letter, just like in gematria. For every letter, there's a number. An alphanumeric relationship. And that he took the words, the English language, like you see here, A to Z, 1 to 26. So it's 1 through 9, 1 through 9, 1 through 8. You see that? Now, you take the words faith, trust in God. Oh, isn't that interesting? They're all 8s. The infinity sign. Well, so then what you do is you take the number 8. And in the Bible, the Creator never adds, never subtracts. always multiplies. This acceleration of your divine inspiration and your spiritual evolution is exponentially accelerating because it's multiplying. And so you take the numbers 8 and do the multiples of 8. 1 times 8 equals 8. 2 times 8 equals 16, well, 1 plus 6 is 7. 3 times 8 equals 24, plus 2 plus 4 is 6. 4 times 8 equals 32, where 3 plus 2 is 5. You see the countdown pattern, don't you? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. See it? Which is the what? The English alphabet backwards. So the sacred languages of Hebrew, ancient Aramaic, Babylonian, and Sanskrit were sacred. They were considered sacred languages. Why? Because when you spoke them, the resonant energy had an immediate divine intercommunication, communion, and a divine interpersonal connection. You had this heartfelt, loving understanding. So now you take, interesting thing, you take the English alphabet backwards, add it to the English alphabet forwards. 8 plus 1 is 9, 7 plus 2 is 9, 6 plus 3 is 9, 5 plus 4 is 9. It's always 9. What does that tell you? It means that there's a perfection in the English language.
We just went through that. Y'all remember that clip?
Literally cannot get over that.
That's just the way it is.
Well,
I've been ordered not to let anyone cross the bridge, so you can go through CSRD and see if they'll let you through, but right now you're not allowed to cross the bridge. Possibly be in the way of wildfire or other firefighting opportunities.
There is nobody out here besides us.
They sent all the kids home from school because of the wind advisory, and we found out yesterday that we lost a whole neighborhood of children.
Alright guys, so the last video I just did was speaking about Lahaina, speaking about Maui, and speaking about the media blackout that's going on right now. But now I want to get into where are the children? This is a topic that I just personally, I don't know if I can handle, but we have to, because we have to keep addressing this. And ladies and gentlemen, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Share this to as many people as possible. We have Hustle B. Make sure to go follow him. He's been doing his thing for a while now. Where are the children? Here we go.
The Maui fire happened, and Maui officials still are telling us they have no idea where the children are.
What?
Where are the children?
And this is also Hawaii real estate. So both of these guys have been doing an amazing job out there.
Where are the children? Where are the children? And I mean that in every way. Are they alive? Are they not alive? What happened to them? Are you a parent that is missing a child? A lot of things are not adding up right now when it comes to the children. They're just not adding up. And I don't know what the answer is, but if you just think about it logically, if there's 1,000 missing people, let's just say a third or a quarter are children under the age of 18. Let's just be conservative. Let's just say it's 100 children, just being conservative, that are missing. Wouldn't you expect then at least 50 or 60 parents that are crying out in the streets, that are posting on social media, that are frantically searching for their children, that are making a big huff and a puff and just incredibly upset and just out of their mind? I'm not seeing those posts. I'm not seeing them.
Yes, what is going on out there, bro? This is what I mean by the media blackout.
Those stories. So help me. If you are someone that's on Maui that is missing a child, or you know your child perished, the world wants to hear from you. We need to find, this is to me the point of the sphere. This is the most important, pressing question that needs to be answered right now. There's all kinds of rumors about by the way, the police chief said that there was one body recovered from the ocean. I saw him with my own eyes. I'm not the police chief. I'm not anywhere close to this investigation, or I was in that town 2 days later when everything appeared to be cleaned up. The streets were already cleaned up. I'm just saying, I've seen pictures of people that were in the ocean. So regardless of I just feel like the government needs to come forth right now and be transparent with what they know and quell the rumors, and it just doesn't make logical sense. The FBI says there are no identified minors among unaccounted and missing people. After hearing this, a former U.S. Army officer had questions.
What I read this morning was truly shocking. This is literally
probably going to go down as one of the worst natural disasters on American soil, but also really one of the greatest mysteries. And it needs to get solved. It needs to get solved now. Take a look at this. Okay, this is the Hawaii News Now website. If you look at the date, it is August 22nd. They're talking about the missing people and getting an updated list. But look at this. Look at this. It says, I'll zoom in. The list also includes no identified minors, even though children are among the victims. So of the updated list of 1,054 people, none of them are children. What? What? Wait, what? Whoa, man, what is going on, bruh?
Clearly the children is in the mountain range. Clearly. Y'all ain't found no kids. Some, I'm sure some might have not made it out the water. Some. But majority of those, bro said the tunnels of the mountain range or whatever, somewhere in that region, Oprah probably got them. No, I'm playing. I'm joking. There's truth in every joke, but I'm joking right now. But, man, we made it to the end of this. I appreciate y'all. If y'all made it to the end of this, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified, man. I'm going to let y'all get up out of here. I'm going to go ahead and knock out probably a couple more videos for y'all today. Got to edit this one. But we on that grind mode, man. So, yeah, until I see y'all on the flip side, man. We out.